Hi, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Don't forget to check the description to this video. I have links to some of my popular videos, a link to my Amazon account for a lot of things that you all ask about. Don't forget I have a bunch of playlists on the homepage of this channel. Thank you. Good morning. I did not show you all me prepping because there was truly no prep and I was just so drained from yesterday. So yeah, this is just a simple video today. I'll just show you everything I eat. I have my egg muffin. It's 2 eggs and some bacon. I think this one, yeah, some bacon pieces in the bottom. And then this is 1.5 slices of bacon. I finished up the bacon. And then I have some tomatoes. And that is going to be my breakfast today. So this might be short and sweet. Okay, bye. It's lunchtime. So what I brought for lunch today was, this is the 73% ground beef. It's a 73% burger patty that I made. I made it for whenever I was doing carnivore for that week. So it is roughly 900 calories of meat. But that's because, you know, I put all the rendered fat in it, or I was going to eat all the rendered fat with it. It looks like it's absorbing it all. Anyway, so it's the meat, the burger, and the fat down there. But then on top of it, I put 1 wedge of Laughing Cow cheese. So I put that in there, and then I microwaved it together, and I spread it around, and then I cut it in bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to have this for lunch. I did not bring any vegetables. Trying to see. Now that's too hot to take a bite of. Although if I remember correctly, whenever I ate this the other day, I definitely had to add some salt, but I'm going to let that sit for just a second while I talk to you. So I brought the burger with the cheese and then an apple, and that is what I'm having for my lunch today. So that's all I brought. So now, that's my lunch today. Okay, bye. Let me tell you, we were on the road. We drove 4 hours, and we sat 5 hours. Then we drove 4 hours. So my ankles are so swollen and puffy. I'm up, I think it was like 2.5 pounds I'm up today. It cracks me up. But it just goes to show you, weight gain and loss is not all about what you're eating. So, if you have to take a long road trip, you might have swollen ankles too. So anyway, I just thought that's kind of funny. So so today I'm really trying to encourage myself to drink my water. I use this and it holds 50 ounces of water. And so anyway, I've drank that, and I've got about that much left. I drank one of them and got that much left, and I'm going to try to pour it on today. So then that way, kind of help flush out some of that excess fluid. So I ain't saying that's what you should do. I'm a nurse, but just because I'm a nurse doesn't mean I'm your nurse. So you do what you got to do for you. But anyway, so I'm pouring on the water, see if I can get some of that excess fluid off. Okay, see you at supper. So I've preheated my air fryer to 400. We're going to try a few things in it. We're going to do some rutabaga, and we're going to do some zucchini, and we're going to do some peppers. So hang on, let me put this in a bowl just a second here. Put a little bit of the rutabaga. Whoa, that's too much. Okay. So we're going to do, I hear you. We're going to do some rutabaga. We're going to do some zucchini. And we're going to do some just bell peppers. Now, hold on. I'm going to get us something. Be right back. I'm going to spray some olive oil. You can use duck fat if you don't want to use olive oil. I'm going to put in a little bit of this Crave seasoning. And we're going to put in some of the Complete seasoning. You can find this. I linked it. It's linked down in my Amazon. I put an Amazon storefront down in my description for this video. And so you can find it there, along with a bunch of other stuff I stick in there. And we're just going to shake it all up. Now we're going to put it in here. How long? Let's do 6 minutes and then we'll be back. Hey, we're going to cut up one of these beets. I'm going to cut it up and put it in there. Hang on. Let's see what we think. We're just going to cut off that end and that end. I'll peel a little of the outside off. I don't know, this might be disgusting, but we're going to try it. These are beets I got from my Leslie. I call her my Leslie because she's my Leslie. Okay. Pull this out. I'm just going to slice it. I better cube that one. I don't know if I've had raw beet before. I think I have. I don't know. We're going to try it. Oh. It's not bad. I'm red. I need to wash my hands. Be right back. While that's going, it's like become a farmer's market at my job. I still have my 2 yellow squash. I got 2 zucchini. There's a big old zucchini. It's like my leg. And then a butternut squash. I told the girl today I was excited about this one. She said she might have another 1 or 2 at home she can bring. So anyway, so yeah. So we'll mess around with these this weekend. Hopefully it should hopefully still be good by this weekend. I hope. I'd assume so. They don't feel too rough. These feel a little soft. That's why I went ahead and did one tonight. They're a little soft. They're starting to feel kind of like a softball. You know, they got get a little give to them. But anyway, so yeah, we're just having a regular old farmer's market at work. Okay, so this is the same thing I had at lunch. 73% ground beef burger patty. I'm going to use some of my new barbecue bear rub. Put some of that on there. Hang on, I can't see it. All right. That's the one my mama got me. And I'm going to use some salt, just plain old salt. Alrighty. And then, let's pull these veggies out and see what we think. Alright, I'm going to let it all cool down because the burger is too hot to bite and the veggies are too hot to take a bite. Yeah, but in the meantime, I had to make another pot of coffee so I can, have my cold coffee. So I'll get back to you when these has cooled down. Okay, so we got our burger with the new bear rub and salt on it. Won't be good. Okay, it's still pretty hot. It's only been like 1 minute because I'm not very patient. It's a thumbs up, Judy. Good job, Mom. All right, let's try a pepper. Oh, that's good. Well, that's kind of a weird angle. All right, that's a pepper. Let's try zucchini. Hot but good. Let's try a rutabaga. A rutabaga. That's how I picture someone in like Russia, Germany, somewhere over there. Listen, I live in my piddly little one spot. I have not been to other places, but that's how I picture people over there saying it. Rutabaga. That's what I hear in my head when I say the word. That's good. Now let's try this. Let's try the beet. Yep. It's not something I want to go out and buy, but fun in this little medley. So I'll have this vegetable medley for my supper. Oh, you know what I gotta get. Hang on. Okay. Yep. You know, I got to have some fruit. Now that I've been enjoying fruit. Okay. That's my supper. Hamburger. Hamburger. I don't know. Air fried veggies and fruit. Okay. Bye. Hello. You know, I always just come in my... No. I always just come in and eat my food. I just say, okay, that's it. And then I just go off and eat. Well, how about we all eat together? Cheers. So, put me on pause. Go get your breakfast, lunch, or supper. And then come back. I'll give you a minute. Pause. Okay, welcome back. Let's eat supper together. Usually, what I do is, I get my food together, and then, after I say goodbye to you people, I come in here to my recliner. I'm screwing everything closer right now. I come in here to my recliner, and I just eat. But tonight, we will just eat together. And this is how I eat. I like to take a few bites of my meat. My main course, whatever the main course is. And then we'll eat our veggies. Yep, that's still good. Now, let's eat our veggies and see what we think. We'll stab a cup of rutabaga. How was your day? Did you have an okay day? Did you have to go to work outside of the house? Or did you have to work inside the house? Some people have different kind of lives. It's kind of neat. I find it fascinating what people do, you know. Some people do, a job where they clock in and out every day. Some people, are stay-at-home and they work inside their own home. You know, they're stay-at-home spouse or stay-at-home person. And some people are no longer able to go in the workforce anymore. Maybe they aged up. Sorry, Mom. Or have had a situation where they can no longer go to the workforce. But, so everybody's day looks different. And I find that really fascinating. I talk with my mouth full. Maybe don't watch the screen if it's offensive. I probably do a lot of things that are offensive, but we ain't got time to be all fancy around here. So anyway, my day, went to work and got there. Did I get there? I think I got there like 7:45. That's late for me. I clock in at 8, but if I'm not there between 7 and 7:15, my whole day's messed up. I like to do a bunch of my stuff before all the people come in. Because, it's nice and quiet and, I can get a lot more done before all my folks come in. I got there and settled in, got my computer going and ate my breakfast. Y'all saw that. And then took care of some stuff. I had 75, 78 emails. I was only away from my desk one day. That's all right. I'm thankful I have a job to go to. And I'm thankful that I got a job that I enjoy and I like the people I work with. So I'm blessed. Good Lord, look, you know, he has definitely blessed me in my life. I had good parents. Halfway decent sisters. Halfway. And I had great neighbors. My best friend across the street, he was my first, no, I think we were like second or third cousins. Anyway, he was my best friend. And we played and acted like brother and sister. Oh, man. We fight over the dumbest stuff. I do remember he didn't like worms. And I'd chase him around with worms. I was that obnoxious little kid when I was a kid. So I'd chase him around with worms. And we were good buddies. We'd have fights. I remember we'd kick each other out of each other's yard. I'd be like, you can't come in my yard no more. And he'd say, you can't come in my yard no more. And then he'd go across the street and stand in his yard. And there was like a, I don't know, like a dead-end street between us. He'd say, you can't come in my yard no more. I'd say, you can't come in my yard no more. I mean, you know, kids, we're really, stop. That's how little kids are, you know. And but anyway, we'd fight like brother and sister. And one year, I was young, so it was in the late 70s. I was born in 72. There was one big snow. It was the late 70s or early 80s. It was real deep. Really deep. And I remember we dig tunnels to each other's house. Or it was probably like partial tunnels, but we dug tunnels. And that was fun. And we'd go sledding because I had a really good hill. And he had a good one behind his house. But there were trees, so we kind of had to dodge the trees. And he had his backyard. It had a weeping willow tree. And if you don't know what that is, it's a tree. And instead of everything growing up, it grew out like this. It's like, here's a tree. And it would it'd come down. And so, you know, you would get to sit underneath that tree. And it was like nobody could see you because it was all hanging down from the top. No, sir. So we'd play under there. And he had a lot of cars, like a lot of Hot Wheel cars. And we'd play under there and we'd get a spoon from his kitchen whenever his mama wasn't home. We'd dig under those big old roots. And we'd drive cars over them. And he wouldn't play Barbies with me. But I'd play Hot Wheels with him. So it worked out. My sister would play Barbies with me. My middle sister would. My older sister, she didn't. There were 7 years between us, so by the time I was old enough to play Barbies, she was outdone with Barbies. But, yep, good Lord's blessed me over the years. He's let me make some boneheaded decisions, too, though. I picked a couple humdingers of a husband, that's for sure. They were good for other people, I'm sure. But it's just not a good fit for me. So, but I know. Oh.
Your coffee timer is done.
Hey, Ziggy. Stop the coffee timer. But I'm sure I was not the perfect wife for them either. I definitely have flaws. No. Surely I don't. I do. But first one, we were both young and dumb. I say young. I would think I was 28 when we got married. But he was 26. We were just young and dumb. We were both immature. If you haven't been able to tell yet, I'm a little bit of a I'm a little on the immature side, just a little. So we'd argue about dumb stuff. And he was immature too. So you get two immature people together, that ain't a good combination. He liked to go out and hang out with his friends and a bar. And I didn't have time for that. I was a little antisocial then too. Even I was 28. And I just wanted to be at home. I always say the game, The Sims, for those of you who've played The Sims, that ruined our marriage. He'd be like, hey, let's go out. I'd be like, oh, no, I don't feel good. You go ahead. He'd go. And I'd stay at home and I'd play Sims on the laptop. And as soon as I heard him pull in, I would close the lid and plug it in and go running into the bedroom and lay down. I would act like I was asleep. So, that wasn't a good combo. And the second one, well, I moved away from my mama to be with him. And I'm a mama's girl. I didn't know how much of a mama's girl I was. I moved to Illinois, which is 8 hours away. And he was nice. But, we didn't go to church. Got away from God. We're watching. There's nothing wrong with this TV show, okay? Nothing wrong with it. But we started watching that show, Sister Wives. And I was working night shift. And I was depressed and missing my mama, missing my home. So I wasn't exactly the best housekeeper and stuff. So since I was working night shift, he decided that he wanted a sister wife. And I said, I don't even share my candy. I for sure ain't sharing my man. Now, for those who do, rock on with your bad self. I don't even share my dogs. I sure ain't sharing my husband. Anyway, so I said, well, you're going to have to choose me or living, having you a sister wife situation. Well, here I am. So obviously you know what he chose. But, the dumb things we do. But I learned. Next one. For my future ex-husband. As soon as we meet, I'm going to say, are you wanting a sister-wife situation? And I'm going to get that out of the way right up front. Anyway, so whenever he decided he wanted that, I called my mama and I said, Mom, I'm coming home. And turned out like, you come home, baby. I said, okay. So I rented you could go to ABF and you can actually rent space in one of their trailers. And they delivered a big old 18-wheeler and to our house. We loaded it up, and when we were done, we had to put up this big metal spacer wall. And what they did was, after they took it, then they took it out on the road and went somewhere else and filled up the front part. And I just had to pay for the amount of space that I used. It was by feet. And well, that was pretty cool. So I come home. And Mom and Dad had already been looking at houses. And I came home once before I moved home. And found this one. And since I was still legally married, they bought the house. Just in case there would have been any shenanigans. There wasn't. There was no shenanigans. But, you know, whenever you get something in your name and you split apart, you just don't know. I worked with a hairdresser. She went to the casino and won, I think, like $100 and something thousand. No, $60,000. 60. And she went the next day and signed her divorce papers. He got half. HALF. He got half of her money for nothing. Stop, I'm eating. So she won that money at a casino and had to give half of it. So after that, I was like, so anyway, so mom and dad put the house in their name. Of course, I gave them money. Then when the divorce is final, then I got it in my name. I've been here ever since 2011 is when I moved back home. I moved away in 2009. It didn't take me very long to catch on to the sister wife situation. But anyway, I moved home and then me and the dogs. Oh, I've dated a few people here and there, but it's just nice coming home. I talk to you people. And I don't have to ask nobody if I should do something. I probably should, because I buy some pretty dumb stuff. A fourth dog was pretty not right decision. But I love him anyway. But that's my story. So, been married twice, divorced twice. What else do I have to tell you? Tell you one thing. I sure is always cold to my teeth, and it numbs my mouth, and I start talking funny. What I like to do, I like the grapes. So I try to eat around them and save them for one of the last bites. Now, if you don't eat fruit, that's okay. I didn't eat fruit until after I reached maintenance. And some of you may never eat fruit, even when you reach maintenance. And that's okay. We each got to do what works for us. We all have our own needs. Some people, like Michaela Peterson and Dr. Jordan Peterson. Hang on, I got to break. I always have to bite my strawberries in half. Because they're so big, they hurt your mouth because they're so cold. Anyway, people like Michaela Peterson and Jordan Peterson, they have to. And Kelly Hogan and some people, they have to eat meat. And that's the only option they have in life. And that's okay. You might be one of them people. And it used to bother me when I first went keto. I thought, I'm going against my carnivore self. It's terrible. I probably should just stay carnivore. Then I heard Dr. Peterson talking, and he says, somebody asked him, would you eat regular food if you could? And he said, oh gosh, yes. He said, I wouldn't just eat meat. It's boring. I wouldn't eat this way if I didn't have to. And I thought, all right, Dr. Peterson, I'm going to eat some fruit and veggies for you. So, that's for you, Dr. Peterson. But some people don't have to eat a certain way. They don't have to eat a certain way if they don't have certain health issues. And I'm fortunate. My health issues was obesity, not like inflammation from vegetables. Because when I was obese, I didn't eat vegetables. I was obese because I ate McDonald's. I ate Burger King. I ate pizza. I ate all the things. Hang on, get off there. Get off there, grape. I'm saving you, little boy. Come on, there we go. So, it was not fruit and vegetables that caused my problems. It was all the box junk. So, frozen kiwi are kind of weird. They're really hard in the center. They don't taste as good as the others. So, I've always loved dogs. Growing up, we had a toy poodle. She was my best friend. We got her when I was 2. And she was my best friend. Okay, best non-human friend. When I was 15. No, I was 17. And she was 15. When Dad took her to have her put down. Because she was old and she was blind. She was running into things. So it was her time. So, and then I was married to my first husband. We had a dog. And we got divorced. A dog had some aggression issues. I found this guy online who trained him. And I sent her to him to train. And my plan was when I got my own place, I'd take her back. I lived with my parents a lot of years. So, got divorced in 2001. First time. I moved in with Mom and Dad. And I said, I think I want to go to nursing school. I was a hairdresser. And they said, if you want to go to nursing school, you can stay right here. So I did. I applied for the LPN program, which is 1 year. And the Associate Degree Nursing program, which is 2 years. And I got accepted in both. So I went to 2-year one. So it started in 2002. I graduated in 2004. And then I started nursing. And then I moved out in 2005 and got my own place. I was single for 8 years. Working night shift. And of course I had 2 dogs. They've, that was a long time ago. They've aged up. And then, so, yep. So that's kind of my story. So, all right. That was a good supper. Hopefully you've had time to eat yours too. Sorry, Craig. This isn't your video. So, all right. Well, you guys have a good evening. I'm going to go check on my coffee and let it cool down. And I got to floss my teeth because they're kind of purple. But I got to go floss the food out of them. And then I got to go put my coffee in the refrigerator so I can make up some coffee for in the morning. I'll have some for the weekend. And, yeah, that's what I know. But here's some little faces that like to bug me when I'm done eating. Because they know that I give them a bite. They know I give them a bite as soon as I'm done eating. So I'm going to go get them a bite of food or a bite of treat. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Happy eating. Thanks for eating with me. I appreciate sharing my meal with you. Okay, bye.